It's May 7th, and so enjoying the garden right now. It's just so awesome. We've got this huge banana squash plant. I mean, it's absolutely enormous already, and it's just the beginning of May. We got a loofah growing, which should be fun. And this is our greens bed, because this bed gets not as much sunlight as some other portions of the garden do. This is Peruvian goldenberry. It's also very large already. It has lots of flowers. Have a little strawberry patch. There's our grapes. We've got 4 super old grapevines that are looking like they're going to be very productive this year. They're already covered in grapes. This area of the yard is a little bit more shady, so we put plants here that can handle that, or that like that. And we have some spinach that's doing quite well here still. They're little babies because we harvest the baby leaves. We don't ever let them get that big. So I'm sure they could get quite big, but we eat them. We eat from the garden. So that's why it looks so well, everything looks so small, because we eat from it every day, and we'll make a huge salad every couple days out of what we get in the yard. And, you know, in the summer, once we get the garden really productive the way we like, we don't have to buy greens. This is another bed that gets not as much sunlight, so we decided to put herbs over here. And what I'm hoping is to have like a perpetual herb bed over here, where it'll reseed itself and grow new plants, you know, in the next season. This is something we just started to establish now. We've been doing the garden here for a couple years, but it takes time to get the soil established to be really fertile and productive, and we're just seeing the fruits of that this season, with productivity and, you know, not so many bugs and not so many issues in that respect. We've got strawberries planted in the cinder blocks all surrounding the garden bed, and that's worked out to be quite a good arrangement, actually. As long as I don't let the strawberries invade the bed, which they will do if you don't watch it, it works out pretty well. And I think I'm going to do the same thing around these beds, but these are very new beds. We just put these in this year. This one too. This one's going to have lots and lots of melons. And as you can see, they're already starting. I'm so excited how big they are already for how early in the season it is. And it's all because of that right there, the greenhouse. We just got that, finished that this winter, and it's just made all the difference. And more fava beans. And I'm going to post a recipe for fava bean hummus. Paul had this great idea. Oh, I know, let's make hummus with the fava beans. And so I tried it. And it is so good, and it's so good for you. And you can make it with pretty much just ingredients from the garden very easily. So if you've got your own little garden, I recommend grow fava beans. They're more of they come to fruition early summer. They re-establish the nitrogen levels in your soil, so that's a really good thing. And baby wants to tell you all about it too, don't you? Baby loves the garden too. I'm also seed saving, so you'll see this plant right here, that's a collard. I'm just letting it go to seed, and when the seed pods are ready, I harvest the seeds and yank out the plant. Over here, we've got kale. I have that in several places around the yard, and this bed, this is another one of those beds. It's not quite as established as some of the beds I'll show you later on. The soil is not as fertile, but it's still doing okay. We got a pepper back there. We got fava beans back there. An eggplant I just planted, and of course, strawberries all around. This is a bed that has mostly tomatoes. This is another bed. The soil in this bed's just not that great. So you look at these tomatoes, and then consider the tomatoes I'm about to show you. You'll see what I'm talking about. Big difference. Over there I have a blackberry bush against the fence, and that's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm just going to let it go. I want it to just kind of cover that ugly old fence and give me some yummy berries in the meantime. Might as well use the space for food. Now look at those tomatoes. Now the reason those look so dang good compared to these ones over here is because the soil in this bed was one of the first beds we built. And so we've been working on building the soil with organic material, compost. As you can see, it's mulched with straw right now, but there's all the leaves and clippings from the grass and food scraps and juice pulp, and we have redworms in there, we have azomite, we have zeolites and sea minerals and a variety of different things in the bed to make the soil very, very fertile. And if I dig into this soil, I'm not going to do that right now because I'm holding a baby, but you'll see it looks like when I dig into it, it looks like the dirt is moving because there's so many worms. And I have peppers along the front. In the back, I have the tomatoes because they go up high, they'll grow high. I have them in the Texas tomato cages, which I'm trying them on the advice of John Kohler, and so far so good. And back here I have cucumbers, and those will grow up on this trellis that I made. It's kind of makeshift, ugly trellis, but it'll do the job, I'm sure. And already I've got at least 15 cucumbers. This early in the season is super awesome. That's a West Indian burgherkin. I've never tried it before, but that should be fun. Kind of prickly cucumber, and they're small. And there's more cucumbers in the back there. And again, more tomatoes, more peppers. And the idea is to fit as much food as possible. I mean, look at that tomato. The leaves looks really healthy. And it's all because over time, we've established the soil and created really fertile soil, rich in organic material. This bed's all going to be, this is pretty much all peppers. And basil in there, and there's some cucumbers. Really fun. I'm so excited. Oh yeah. See? Cucumber. We've got some big ones. And then I kind of have to like dig it under the leaves to see the big ones, but they're there. And it's really exciting. I'm having so much fun enjoying the fruits of so much work over time building up the soil. Another thing that we've done recently, you'll notice as I'm walking around, that we've got hay everywhere, and that's because we've been killing off the grass, smothering the grass with mulch, and we used hay because it's super, well, it's not hay, it's actually straw, because it's super cheap and it does the job. Eventually we'd like to get wood chips back here, but I haven't found a source yet. Apparently you can get tree trimming companies to give it to you, but I haven't found one to give it to me yet. Here's another tomato. Didn't manage to get it out of its pot before it got too big to transplant, so we're just leaving it there. This is an olive tree. It's a little bitty olive tree that'll hopefully grow much, much bigger. That's a pomegranate tree. Same thing. Hopefully it'll grow much bigger. And our latest load of compost that we're getting into beds and pots to plant more plants, because the idea is that we want to grow as much of our own food as possible, for a lot of reasons, mostly for health reasons. You cannot buy food at the store that's as good as the food you can grow. So, and it tastes better, and it's really fun. I enjoy myself doing it. It's good exercise. It's free exercise. You don't have to go to the gym or take a class for this type of exercise. And it's very rewarding. And wow, how fun. I'm so excited. So I'm going to post that fava bean recipe, and maybe it'll encourage you and inspire you to plant a fava bean this upcoming winter. I live in Northern California, so you'd have to look and see what time of year you can grow fava beans in your area. But I recommend looking at the website gardenate.com. It's a really great way to figure out what you can grow in your area. And it outlines it by the month. So this May, this is what you should be planting. Oh, look at those grapes. Those are little baby grapes right there. Oh, very exciting. Alright, I'm going to go post that recipe right now, and hope you enjoyed the garden tour.